What kind of pressure is on the Michigan Wolverines as they head into the 2023 season? You're saying pressure. Well, JD, they just won back-to-back Big Ten titles. They just went back-to-back to the college football playoff. You're over here talking about pressure? I'm not talking about pressure in terms of Jim Harbaugh's on the hot seat or there's going to be changes at Michigan. I'm not talking about anything with that sort of thing. What I'm talking about is the pressure to now get over the hump. And that's the beautiful thing. With more success on the field comes more expectations for what we expect the coming season from you as a program. So for Michigan now, yeah, back-to-back Big Ten titles. A couple of years ago, that was phenomenal. That was something you got extremely excited about. You're still excited about it, but now that's just the price of admission. Like, if we're not winning the Big Ten title in 2023, what went wrong? What went wrong? Now it's we expect to win a national title. And credit Michigan, man. I love this about their team. They have not been bashful in the slightest of trying to get that done. Blake Corum got on the mic at a basketball game and essentially said, I'm paraphrasing here, we're going to win a national title, or that's our goal to win a national title. J.J. McCarthy, as soon as they hit triple zeros in the semifinal game against TCU, he's talking about, we'll be back. You know, we got to find a way to get back here. And basically, they're putting their words out in front of their actions, which is very different than being arrogant or talking smack. They are speaking into existence what they expect from themselves. They're not hiding from the pressure. They understand winning a national title is now what needs to happen in 2023 for us to consider this a success in 2023. We beat Ohio State twice in a row. We're past that. We won the Big Ten title. That's still a goal for us, but we're past that being the peak of what we expect in 2023. By nature of what they've accomplished the last two seasons, Michigan has invited more pressure to perform this coming season. With great power comes great responsibility. With a lot of wins comes the expectation for more wins. Here's another reason why there's pressure on Michigan in 2023. In college football, it's not like the NFL where a guy is signed to a contract and you can renegotiate, maybe keep him around longer, especially in the collegiate ranks. Your window to put it all together and have that magical year and win a national title, it's not enormously wide. Got more thoughts on this? Make sure you're subscribed right here to the On3 YouTube channel. Talk college ball every single day. We love y'all for it. Make sure you're subscribed, like I said, to this channel, but make sure you follow me on Twitter as well as on Instagram at JD Piquel. Appreciate that. With that out of the way, it feels like the window of opportunity for Michigan is right now. Right now, because look at this roster you have. You got J.J. McCarthy back for another year. Obviously, he has to be. You got Blake Corum back for another year. He didn't have to be. He came back to accomplish something like this. Now, you'll say, well, his knee was busted. He wouldn't have had as much time to prep for the NFL Combine or not be able to probably compete in the NFL Combine, and it maybe hurt his draft stock. Like, I hear all that, but I promise you, J.J. McCarthy and Blake Corum have aspirations to win a national title in 2023. Then also you got Donovan Edwards. You got key personnel on defense. A lot of guys are all back at Michigan for this season. Now, next year, you got a lot of different factors that could play into your roster looking different, whether it be the NFL draft, other factors. You hear what I'm saying. You have the roster right now from a personnel standpoint to pick up where you left off. It doesn't need to be this whole restart and revamp and find a new focus. Like, that's what they did last year, some of it voluntarily. Last year was sort of a reset for this team. New quarterback. Cade McNamara, we appreciate you, brother. We appreciate the jewelry, but J.J. McCarthy is going to be our guy. New coordinators. Like, they have a lot returning here, both on the staff and on this roster. So you're telling me it's a personnel game. You tell me Jimmy's and Joe's is what gets it done for you. You got a lot of Jimmy's and Joe's right now in-house in Ann Arbor at key positions. At the quarterback position, J.J. McCarthy is back, taking another step forward. And I've said before on this show, I believe his maturation and his progress, if he takes even another step forward in 2023, Michigan's going to have a real good time. Probably play for some important games towards the end of the year, maybe early into 2024, if you catch my drift. It's all here right now, and the window is open. How long will that window stay open? I don't know. I'm not saying it closes, but for this group, the iron is hot. Got to strike right now while the iron is hot. And people around the program understand that. People within the program understand that. They're great with winning the Big Ten. They're great with beating Ohio State. But this group, has already accomplished those things, they want to put a cherry on top. They want to put another ring on their finger that says national champions. Okay? Now, I'd be remiss if we didn't at least mention this part of it. Coach Harbaugh is back. Flirted with the NFL now for 2 separate years. Far be it from me to tell you that Jim Harbaugh's gone after this year. That's not what I'm telling you. What I am saying is where there's smoke, there's fire. And you put out all the statements you want. You reassure me as much as you want. It's just lip service. All I've seen, if I'm basing all this on your actions, you have told me you at least have interest in the NFL by taking those interviews. That's what your actions are telling me, okay? So, I don't think it's irresponsible to assume that at some point in time, Jim Harbaugh may leave for the NFL. Maybe it's next year, maybe it's in 10 years, I don't know. But you take interviews with NFL teams, that tells me you at least have some interest in leaving for the NFL. All right, who could blame him? Pretty good quality of life. I understand he loves Michigan, but it's the premier level of what our sport is. Just kind of the way it goes. So what I'm saying is Jim Harbaugh is definitely around for 2023. You got this roster here for 2023. You've got all this momentum. You've been building to this. How much longer is Jim Harbaugh at Michigan? Right? You've got the head coach to do it. You've got the quarterback, I believe, to do it. You got the roster to do it. The Death Star is fully operational. We've said that about other programs before. For Michigan, it could not be more true. It's been operational actually for the last 2 years. The first year they made the college football playoff, it was like, man, good for Michigan, got over the hump. Last year they got to the college football playoff, lost that game, and it was like, man, what's going on with Michigan? This coming season, they get to the college football playoff, it will be national title or bust. Like, that's the attitude for them this year. And you have to expect it before you do it. So for Michigan, the expectations are where they are. Expectations and pressure go hand in hand, but they also go hand in hand in the sense that they are earned. Michigan has earned this pressure. They have earned these expectations by what they've done the previous 2 years. So make no mistake about it. There is immense pressure to perform in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Spring football is on and popping, and you better believe we will follow it to the nth degree. So make sure you're subscribed here. This has been The Hard Count now. Nick Brake, lifting heavy. This is your show. Lock it in right here. College football content every single day. We appreciate y'all, man. We love y'all. We're going to keep this party rolling, and we will see y'all next time. Hey, y'all. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also, be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.